Hello, everyone. Happy Black Music Month and happy Pride Month. As always, just to start off, obligatory self promotion. What if I ruled the world? Poems inspired by music, written by your boy, me. It's always linked in the description, always linked in my link tree. Please support your boy. Also, I'm going to try to make this short. I do have a tiny new book update, which is basically I made the outline for the first 5 chapters. I have to fill it out though, and then I'm gonna start writing. Once I do at least the first 5 chapters, and then see where the story's going, and then I will go from there. So yeah, I'm gonna give the description of my book. Just where is it? And it's not long. It's like 3 sentences, but the book description is: 5 young women meet their first year of college and become best friends. They learn not only about each other but themselves. They learn to grow up and into themselves. Some of them have not been around people of different races and sexual orientations, so they have to learn how to accept each other for who they are. So there we go. And the characters are Hero, Jenna, which I don't know why I don't have. Oh, I see it. Jenna, uh, Lena, Imani, and BB. Which I feel like I should make. I did make a video a long time ago about these characters, but I've changed their names. One of their names I changed, and I changed some of their like characteristics, but it was on my old channel, so gonna work on that, and I should make like a little update video at some point. So, without further ado, we're here to talk about Destiny's Child's discography. I just want to give a book update. I don't have a Destiny's Child shirt, but I was like, I could have Black Barbie. There's 3 of them. DC3, my favorite. That was my logic. And then the Black Barbie, of course, because they're Black girls. So anyway, we're gonna start off with their biography. I might skip around because I did copy this from Wikipedia. If you want more information, as always, I get all of my, for the most part, my information from Wikipedia. I probably shouldn't. I should probably click the links at the bottom, but or I should go to like an official website. I don't know if Destiny's Child still has an official website, but that's probably where I should get it from. But I didn't. So we're gonna work with this. But as always, double check your sources. So Destiny's Child was an American girl group whose final lineup comprised of Beyonce Knowles, Kelly Rowland, and Michelle Williams. The group began their musical career as Girls Time, formed in 1990 in Houston, Texas, which is where Kelly and Beyonce are from, of course. If you know, you know. After years of limited success, the original quartet comprising of Knowles, Rowland, Latavia Robinson, and Latoya Luckett were signed in 1997 to Columbia Records as Destiny's Child. The group was launched into mainstream recognition following the release of the song No No No, and their best-selling second album, The Writings on the Wall, from 1999, which contained number 1 singles Bills, 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 Say My Name, along with Bugaboo and Jumpin', Jumpin'. I said I was going to skip around, but I'm just reading it. Despite the commercial and critical success, they were plagued with internal conflicts and legal turmoil as Robinson and Luckett attempted to split from the group's manager, Matthew Knowles, because they say he was favoriting Kelly and Beyonce. Okay, in early 2000, both Robinson and Latoya were replaced by Michelle Williams and Farrah Franklin. Franklin quit after a few months, leaving the group as a trio. And just as a side note, there is like conflicting stories between what Beyonce and Kelly said that Farrah did. It says Farrah quit, but I don't know. I feel like it's always been kind of seen as like she was kicked out. But she was only there for like 5 months. I feel like I read that in the Wikipedia. It was like basically 5 months, and she was not showing up to engagements, not participating. Basically, that was the reasoning. So then they stayed as a trio, and their third album, Survivor, whose themes the public interpreted as a channel to the group's experience, produced worldwide hits, Independent Women, Survivor, and Bootylicious. Uh, Okay, we're gonna skip that. They did a Christmas album, which we're gonna talk about the Christmas album. So they talk about that. They announced a hiatus after the Christmas album. It was in 2001. So they did a hiatus for 2 years, and they released their fifth and final studio album, Destiny Fulfilled, in 2004, which had the hits "Lose My Breath," "Soldier." They have reunited twice in 2013 with just Kelly and Michelle, of course. Uh, 2013 Super Bowl halftime with Beyonce, and then her 2018 Beachella performance. They reunited. As a group, they have sold more than 60 million records as of 2013. Uh, Billboard ranks the group as one of the greatest musical trios of all time. The ninth most successful artist and band of the 2000s. They placed the group 68th in its all-time Hot 100 artists in 2008. In December 2016, the magazine ranked Beyonce as the 90th most successful dance club artist of all time. The group has 14 Grammy nominations, winning twice for Best R&B Performance by a Duo or Group with Vocals, and once for Best R&B Song. So that is going to be the Cliff Notes. Of course, there is much, much more. But yeah, I didn't want to make it too long. So that was a 3-paragraph, just kind of like the big summation of the group. So we're going to start off with their debut album, Destiny's Child, self-titled, which came out February 17th, 1998. The genre is neo soul and R&B. Where can you stream it? I'm going to just say it's all of these albums are going to be streamed at the exact same places. YouTube Music, Apple Music, Pandora, Deezer, iHeartRadio, Spotify, SoundCloud, and Amazon Music. The vibes I got were funky and soulful. I'm going to talk about my favorite songs, my least favorite songs, and my overall opinion. My favorite songs were No 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 Part 2 featuring Wyclef Jean, a classic bop, classic R&B and hip hop bop. Oh, I have a typo, but I said what I wanted to say. It's very catchy, easy to remember and dance to. 100 out of 10, no notes. My second favorite song is With Me featuring Jermaine Dupri. A Other Woman Home Wrecking Bop, LOL. Don't agree with the subject matter, but hey, it's still a bop regardless. Very danceable and funky. I also love that Kelly gets to sing a verse and Latavia sings with B on one chorus. So that was cool. Illusion featuring Pras and Wyclef Jean. Say that 5 times fast. Very funky and different from the other songs and subject matter. Finally, they're leaving their man, LOL. I also like that all of the verses, they all have verses in this song. I like that. Also, very relatable. You think you're in love is one way, but it's not. So you think love's going a certain way, but you find out it's an illusion. It's not going how you thought it was going to go. And then my last favorite song is Birthday. It was so cute. Very cute and sweet. Very funky birthday bop. Oh, I did some alliteration. Just talking about somebody's birthday being special, about making someone's birthday special. I love that. Got to play this at my next birthday party. LOL. It's very cute. I liked it. My least favorite songs were first one is Bridges. The song itself does not sound bad. I just hate the message. No one should be anybody's rescue or depend on somebody else completely. Didn't like that message. Especially since people are quick to throw each other away when they get what they want. So you should not really. So I don't think that's a good message to be somebody's bridge when they're struggling because they can go over you and leave you. So I didn't think that was a good message, especially since their demographic was young women. I think probably now if they came back out, it would probably be the people who grew up with them being their demographic. So it wouldn't be young girls anymore or young women and teenage girls anymore. And then my other least favorite song was With Me Part 2 featuring Master P. Master P was too rough of a feature for this remix. It was a little aggressive for me. I was like, sir, calm down. They needed someone smoother, less annoying, and hype. There's a little bit too much going on. But I'm thinking, when I looked up this song, I feel like his parts may have been a sample, so that might be why it was kind of like a little choppy, like he didn't have like an actual verse that he wrote for the song, but I digress. The sample, whatever they used, or if it was actually him, was doing too much basically. So my overall opinion. This was a good start for the group, but not the best they'll be. I like it's very interesting with them starting with neo soul, and they sound great. But they had too many mellow songs. They needed more upbeat songs to bring the album up because it was kind of dragging to me. I like that the girls got some verses and ad libs with Beyonce, so that was nice. I will say it was good, but not a great first album. So I'm gonna give it a 6 out of 10 because they just barely went above average to me. Next, their second album, The Writings on the Wall. It was released July 14th, 1999. The genre is R&B, pop, hip hop, soul, and the vibes I got were upbeat, seductive, fed up. And I read the background on this album, and it was like Beyonce was talking about a lot of stuff that she heard in her mom's salon, so that's very relatable. My favorite songs are "Bills, Bills, Bills," a classic bop. Yeah, right? One of their best songs and most memorable songs, in my opinion. I love a bop that whacks, scrubs, and bums. LOL. I love it. And I think people misinterpret the song because a lot of people like because they're not saying they need someone to pay their bills, but can you pay the bills after running up all their stuff? Because he said he got the car, use the car, drive it all around, don't fill up a gas, use his phone, use her phone. I mean, calling his mama, calling whoever, don't pay the bill, giving her bad credit, using her swiping her credit card. You gotta listen. You gotta pay attention. It's not just she's saying, "Can you pay my bills?" She's saying, "Can you pay my bills?" Because you running up my stuff. That's what she's saying. Okay. So now my second favorite song was "Temptation." Very late '90s R&B classic bop. This is the second cheating or almost cheating song on the album. What were they getting into? LOL. I can't remember the other cheating song, but they had another cheating or almost cheating song, and I was like, "What do y'all do?" This one they were thinking about it, but I don't think they did it. But it's still very catchy and good song. Slower song, but it was still upbeat. Next song is "Hey Ladies," and I love a good "Leave Your Man" song. It's a "Leave Your Man" song. Of course, it's ironic. This song was written by most of Destiny's Child. Then B had a very public cheating scandal. I mean, later on in life. I do wish she took her younger self's advice though and left that man. But she worked through her marriage the way she thought was best, so it is what it is. But other women should definitely follow this song and kick their cheating men to the curb. I mean, I if you're gonna work through your marriage, you should do it the way that Jay Z and Beyonce did, going to therapy, doing the work. But honestly, anytime, whether you're a man or a woman, if somebody cheats on you, I think you should just leave them, kick them to the curb. Don't give them another chance. Don't give them another pass. Get up out of there. That's my personal opinion, though. My last favorite song is Sweet 16. Very great message not to grow up too fast, to cherish your youth and not move too fast in life. And they are all singing on this song more, and that's nice too. So my least favorite song was Where'd You Go? And it's just for the message of not being able to live without someone. It's a couple codependent songs on these last two albums. Um, and I know heartbreak can be hard, but not that hard, lol. But this song, uh, oh wait, whoops. But you know what? You're when you're young and in love. I meant to put in love. You think nothing else matters. So I get it. You don't really have. I'm not saying you don't have problems, but you don't have adult problems or like bill problems, work stress just yet. Some people do work as teenagers, so they might also have that. So then that's like double homicide. You got to work and you got to go through your heartbreak. So, my overall opinion, I feel like this album is a lot more cohesive and has a lot more bops than their debut. I feel like they got into their sound more on this album. I feel like they're more confident on this album. And I love the Ten Commandments theme. So they have like, I guess the I forgot I don't remember what they called it, but basically it would be like thou shalt not cheat or thou shalt not or thou shalt pay bills, stuff like that. So I thought that was cute. and how relatable it is to women's personal problems, personal lives, problems, lives, same thing. I love that Beyonce was inspired by stories of women in her mom's salon for this album. Oh, I already talked about that. I also love that all the girls participated in writing for this album. I would give this album an 8 out of 10. Was truly their breakout album. So we're getting higher. At least they're getting better each album. It's not getting worse. So that's good. Survivor was the third album. Was released April 25th, 2001. It's R&B pop and pop. The vibes I got were fun, balanced, and sentimental. My favorite songs: "Bootylicious," a classic funky bop that created a new word. A became a huge phenomenon. Love the lyrics, love the beat with the sample. 1,000 out of 10, no notes. Apple Pie a la mode. Love food emoji. Definitely love when songs and poems use food to express how they love slash like their partners, or in this case, their crushes. Very cute, clever, very clever and cute song. And I is kind of getting ahead of myself, but I did write a poem based off of that song. So yeah. Emotion. So that one was a cover. Gosh, now I don't remember the name of the lady whose cover it was, but it's a very beautiful cover. We'll just go with that. They all sounded very great on this song. They all had their own parts. Um, they all get their time to shine on this song too. Even though the song is slow, it's still upbeat in like the beat way. Like it's not a sad beat. I don't know how to describe it. It's not a slow beat, is what I mean. And then my last favorite song was "Story of Beauty." Very deep, very sad, but they are very comforting and supportive of the song. The song is a very good message to sexual abuse survivors that what happened to you wasn't their fault. What happened to you wasn't your fault, and that there are people that support you. So that was really nice. I did not expect them to have a song like that. I was like, Destiny Child getting deep. But they did have the Sweet 16 song, which was deep as well. So that's good. They're not just having dance pops, they have deep pops too. My least favorite songs, I have two. Independent Woman Part 2. The only negative thing about the song is the Looney Tunes ass beat. LOL. I don't know what kind of beat that was that they had. Uh, I don't know what was going on there. Austin Powers groovy ass beat. It was so weird. I feel like people have mentioned this before. I've seen them talk about it. It's so weird. Beyonce loves a weird beat. She does. She probably produced this song or helped produce this song. So that doesn't surprise me. And then Nasty Girl is the last least favorite song. So I get the message, but they're the wrong messengers. LOL. Especially since for the video they had to be more covered up than they usually are because they're like talking about Nasty put some clothes on, but usually they don't really have any clothes on. So I get the message. You're the wrong messenger, Destiny's Child, but I get what you were trying to do. All right, so my overall opinion. I really love this album. They had so many bops, so many signature songs by them on this album. I feel like they were more. What did I write? I guess I think I was supposed to put they all had more time to shine. I had a typo, y'all. That's what I'm gonna say. They all had more time to shine. I do wish Kelly and Michelle had more songs equally shared with B, but they all sounded great together. I still don't know what I was trying to say. Anyway, I felt like this album was more balanced, like fast songs together and the slow songs together. And the slow songs did not drag on, so I love that. I love the outro and thought it was so cute and thought it was so cute how appreciative they were of each other. So in the outro, they talk about how they love each other and how they're appreciative that they have each other in their lives and that they're a group and that they're friends. Well, I thought that was so sweet. I hate that Apple Music doesn't have one of the songs available. It's the gospel medley. So if you listen to it on Apple Music, it doesn't have the gospel melody available for some reason in the US. But I listened to it on YouTube and it was beautiful. They always have a gospel sounding song or something with the gospel elements like at the end of their albums. And I like that. That's cool. I'm gonna give this album a 9 out of 10. 9 out of 10 just because I wanted the girls to have more equal parts and share more and shine more individually for Kelly and Michelle, which they definitely do on the next two albums. 8 Days of Christmas is the next album. It's released October 30th, 2001. The genre is Christmas and R&B, which I'm like, isn't it just a Christmas album? I guess it is. It is an R&B album too. So hey, the vibes I got were festive, angelic, and homey. Like they were talking a lot about being with their family and being at home and enjoying Christmas together. So that's why I said homey. So my favorite songs were 8 Days of Christmas, of course, the title track, a classic original Christmas bop. I love how modern it is, even with the outdated labels mentioned. It seems like something like stuff an it girl would want, and it definitely has become a classic. Like it feels like very it girl. Like, oh, my man got me this, my man got me that, my man did this for me, my man did that. Very, very modern. Yeah. And then they had a DC. The next song is DC medley, so they did like a medley of like different classic Christmas songs together. I love that they all have their own parts and are mixing all the classic Christmas songs, and they all sound great together. They all sounded good together. So they would have like somebody would sing "I Wish You a Merry Christmas" or like "Frosty the Snowman," and then somebody would sing another Christmas song. Then they would sing together. Like it was like that. Okay, the next one is three songs because they all had individual songs on this album. So "Silent Night" by Beyonce, "Do You Hear What I Hear" by Kelly, and "Oh Holy Night" by Michelle. I love that they all got a solo song on here, and all the songs they pick work very well with like each of their voices. I love their covers. So they all picked voices that really, I mean, pick voices, pick songs that really go well with their voices and really complement them. "Carol of the Bells," aka "Opera of the Bells," is the last favorite song. This song sounded so angelic on this song. I love that it's a cappella, so you can really focus on their voices, and the harmonies are amazing on this song. I only have one least favorite song, and it was "This Christmas." They sound beautiful, nothing wrong there. Once again, I swear Beyonce loves weird beats. I don't know what is going on with this beat. It doesn't sound very Christmassy. It sounds like kind of a 60s abstract, so random. Did not need it. I don't know why she picked this beat. Like her and the producers, like what were they thinking? Just give this Christmas, get a funky jingle, funky bell beat. That's it. What y'all doing? But other than that, great album. So I technically already reviewed this on my TikTok. Like I made a short video, but not a full video. However, I still love it. Like I did the first time I listened to it. It's a very festive Christmas album. Definitely got to keep it in rotation during the holiday season. Definitely gonna keep it in rotation during the holiday season. I love that they all get solo songs and they sounded amazing on them. They all harmonize well together on the whole album. I'm still gonna give it a 10 out of 10, but as a Christmas album, not as their best album, if that makes sense. LOL. Like I would recommend it. Like if somebody asks what was their best album, I would not recommend this album. But if you were like you wanted a Christmas album recommendation, I would recommend it if that makes sense. So I'm not gonna put this as their best album, but it's one of their best. Be like it wouldn't be something I would recommend if you wanted to know like what was Destiny Child's best album. So now we're gonna get to the last album, which is Destiny Fulfilled. Which is their fifth and final album, which was released November 8th, 2004. This thing's driving me nuts. Okay, here we go. I had a notification. Um, so it was released November 8th, 2004. The genre is R&B. They have other things mixed in, but the main genre on Wikipedia was R&B, so that's what I put. The vibes are R&B classic, grown, versatile, very versatile album. So my favorite songs were "Lose My Breath," of course. That was the lead single, classic bop. They're so sassy on the song. I love it. I love the beat. It's so energetic. They all shine on this song, and it was a great first single choice. And I also learned that Jay-Z wrote the chorus. Not they put that man to work. LOL. I love that. He's also helped Beyonce on like songs where he wasn't featured, so I feel like that's like really interesting. Next favorite song is "T-Shirt," very sexy song, but still a simple concept of you loving making love to your partner, then sleeping in their shirt to smell like them. Very, very horny bop. LOL, but very good bop. If their harmonies on this song are perfect, immaculate, amazing. They sound so heavenly. 1 million out of 10. No notes. Uh, Once again, I also love a Leave Your Man song, as you know. So I approve of the subject matter. Hey, leave everyone, leave all the men. Through with Love, once again, their harmonies are great. I also love the message of the song, not needing romantic love and knowing your worth, loving God and knowing you deserve better, and also not sacrificing yourself for someone else. That's a great message. I have no least favorite songs on this album. This was the perfect last album for the group. Everyone got their time to shine and they wrote together. Love that. They harmonized perfectly and all sounded so great. The beats were great. No weird beats on this one. They had a good balance of slow and upbeat songs, so it didn't drag at any parts of the album. Love this album since it came out, and I have the CD. Oh, I didn't take it out. I'm supposed to take it out and show y'all, but I have the physical CD. Album's perfect 10 out of 10 for me. Definitely finished with a bang. So my rankings are. It's gonna be a weird ranking. Destiny Fulfilled is number one, 10 out of 10. Survivor, 9 out of 10. Writings on the Wall, 8 out of 10. 8 Days of Christmas, even though it's a 10 out of 10, I put it at number 4. Destiny's Child, self titled debut, 6 out of 10 at number 5. So that's my ranking. What's your ranking? Let me know. So I wrote a poem inspired by the song Apple Pie a la Mode. And it's called Brownie Sundae. So I tried to do like the food and love and, crush kind of metaphor in there. So here it goes. Where have you been all my life? Fine brother, dark chocolate mocha, in a chocolate outfit from head to toe, white diamonds on your chains, with red diamonds in your ears, my scrumptious brownie sundae. Melt in my mouth, not in my hands. Let's get out of here. Me in my hot pink dress, on top of my dark chocolate skin, like strawberry syrup on chocolate ice cream. Trust me, I taste better than I look. My lips taste like cherry. Come get a sample. Melt in your mouth, not in your hands. Let's get out of here. Let's go get full on each other. Be each other's brownie Sundays. So that's my poem. Hope you all enjoyed that. Um, I love the poem. It's so cute. I don't know. I just love a food and a love metaphor. So yeah, it was really fun to rate. And I rearranged some of it to make it like flow better or like make more sense together. But yeah, what is your favorite Destiny's Child album? What do you think of my ranking? Do you hate it? Do you love it? Let me know. I would like to know your thoughts. And do you prefer DC3 or DC4? I talked about this in my short video. I would love a DC5 tour of just all of them together, singing all the songs. I feel like Destiny Field was so perfect that I don't need another album, but I feel like that could be interesting if they all five had equal like shares, all the time to shine, all the time to write together. I feel like that could be interesting. So let me know what you think, and I will see you all next week.